What's up, everybody? This is just a reaction of, because the funny thing is like everybody was like all year about like Giannis is going to go to this team, Giannis is going to go to that team, and he's not going to stay in Milwaukee and stuff like that. Um, it was a couple of like Raptor fans, like the Raptors YouTube channels, like Amateur Sports Hour, and this guy Luca Rosalo, was like guaranteeing that the Giannis is going to go to Toronto because of the relationship with the GM and stuff like that. I'm and there some of us was like Giannis is loyal. He wants to stay with the Bucks. He's not going to leave. And of course, yesterday, you know that he signed that 5 year supermax and kind of proved us right. So this is just a reaction of this is my first time watching this, so I'm gonna be hearing it the first time, like y'all hearing it too. But if y'all like a Toronto Raptor fan or whatever, Luca Rosanio and Amateur Sports Hour will be the channels to go to if you're a Toronto fan. But I just want y'all to just listen. So I'm gonna listen to.
What is going on, Rosano Nation, Raptors Nation? Welcome back to another edition of Raptor Quarter Podcast. We're talking about the Raptors and the NBA. I'm your host, Luca Rosano, and I am a dejected Luca Rosano after finding out the news that I didn't want to see. Giannis Antetokounmpo resigned. It was reported by Shams that Antetokounmpo is signing a landmark NBA contract, 5 years, $228.2 million. He remains a Milwaukee Buck. And then Giannis took to social media to post this. This is my home. This is my city. I'm blessed to be able to be a part of the Milwaukee Bucks for the next 5 years. Let's make these years count. The show goes on. Let's get it. So I want to begin the show by having a moment of silence for the content that will not be made on this channel anymore. I mean, it was fun while it lasted, wasn't it?
I told y'all.
I mean, a lot of you were asking me, Luca, where's your stance on this? Do you think this could actually happen? I'll be honest with all of you. I thought there was a chance. At one point in time, I thought Giannis was a goner, especially since the Milwaukee Bucks kept coming up short in the playoffs. And I thought that the Raptors were going to have a really good shot at making this happen. The ties to Masai, a Greek community here, Giannis maybe wanting to leave to go play with a winner and a great system. The Raptors checked all the boxes, and
No,
I
they
think
no.
Giannis wasn't going to sign this deal. He was going to become an unrestricted.
If they would, check all the boxes that they, Toronto will be that good, they would have kept Kawhi Leonard, and that was just a luck of the draw. So I'm sorry, but Toronto was just lucky that year that they won the championship. So that's how I feel about that, and I do love the European Championship belt they has hanging up. But besides the point, like the Toronto fans believed in their own hype when they got Kawhi Leonard, and they just got lucky that that Coach Bud didn't change the system and stuff. And like most of the games is like, especially the past 4 games that Toronto won, like especially Game 6, Bucks was most likely was in the lead until they came back in the fourth quarter, like late in the fourth quarter. So I'm sorry, but like I'm not saying last year when the Bucks lost to the Heat that it was like a fluke, whatever. It's just they just used like Miami used the same scheme as Toronto did and stopped Giannis, but everybody else didn't step up. So we're just hoping this year would be different. Well, that would be another day and another time we talk about that. But I'm sorry, but Toronto was just lucky that season. That's all it was. Because some people would have called it a fluke, but I'm sorry, Toronto just got lucky that season in that playoffs. That's all I can say about that.
Good conclusion. He was going to see how the season played out. This surprised me. This really did. And it sucks now if you're a Raptors fan because we all know this has been the talk of the town for so long. Giannis Toronto, we're getting Giannis. Giannis 2021, Giannis 2021. Who needs Kawhi Leonard? We got Giannis coming to town. And now the reality is we're not going to get Giannis. And I don't know who the hell we're going to get now in the offseason of 2021. Kawhi Leonard might be an option, but I wouldn't hold my breath. At this point, it's looking like the Raptors' plan B might be Rudy Gobert. I will say this. My pain and sorrow aside, I do want to applaud Giannis Antetokounmpo. I actually have respect for him for doing this
Good.
because it shows his loyalty to the Milwaukee Bucks. They have done a lot for him. He obviously appreciates that. And this is a good look for the NBA. Let's call it for what it is. Giannis Antetokounmpo is arguably one of the best players in all of basketball. He's the two-time reigning MVP. This league is his, especially after LeBron James retires. To have one of the league's best stars stay with a low market team and not leave as everybody thought he was going to do, it's a good look. It shows that loyalty still exists. It shows
Yeah.
that low market teams can still rely on drafting a player. He ends up being a superstar, and even if they don't win a championship right away, he stays for the long haul. Now we'll see what happens in Milwaukee. If the Milwaukee Bucks fall short this season, there's no pressure now because he's locked up. So that's the part that shocked me more. That Giannis did sign this before the season started. If the Bucks went on to have a good season and they even made it to an NBA Finals and then he signed this contract, it would have made sense. But no Giannis to Toronto, guys. It is what it is. I had many videos on the channel stating that it would happen. I had a video specifically called Giannis to Toronto will happen or something like that. I made a bold proclamation. And like I said, at that time, I was feeling pretty confident, especially how things transpired. But here we are on, what day is it today? December 15th. And the Giannis to Toronto chatter is officially over. It was fun. It was entertaining. And now the Raptors got to pick a next target that we can have hope that we could sign one day. I am glad that since Giannis to Toronto isn't happening, that Giannis is staying with the Bucks because it would have been more gut wrenching if he hadn't come here and instead he went to go sign with the Warriors, making that a super team for the next 5 years, or signing with the Miami Heat, making that a super team, or signing even with the Lakers if they somehow were able to make that work and making that a super team. So at least there's no super team. There's still a
I
good
agree with that.
core in the NBA and in the East, and he does stay with the Bucks. As
Right.
a Raptors fan, it sucks. I'm sure it sucks for every other Raptors fan watching this, but let's move on now. Let's stop talking about Giannis. Let's now focus on the team that we do have, and let's focus on making this one of our best seasons yet. We got a lot of great talent. The future's still bright, and we'll worry about next off season when next off season comes. I actually did a video on this, a show on this a couple weeks ago. That if Giannis is off the board, which he now is, what is the Raptors' plan B? Go check that out. I go over some options, and yes, Kawhi Leonard is one of them. That could be highly unlikely at this point, but it's still an option if he does become available. But there are some other options that could be pretty interesting for the Raptors to explore at the end of this season. But again, don't want to talk about that because we still haven't done this 2020-2021 season. At least the attention is off now. We can move on.
Yeah.
We can put this chapter to rest, and there will officially be no more Giannis to Toronto content on this channel unless I do a video title, why Giannis Antetokounmpo will come to the Raptors in 2025. I promise I will. Oh, at least um, that's it for me, guys. Wanted to do a quick reaction pod, just giving you my raw thoughts to this breaking news. Giannis is staying put in Milwaukee. He will be a member of the Milwaukee Bucks for the next 5 years. Let me know what you think. Like, sub, share, all that good stuff. Follow me on social media. Become a channel member. Hit that join button and join me for another Raptors post-game live
Okay.
Fridays. The Raptors will conclude their preseason against the Miami Heat. Been having a lot of fun doing those Raptors post-game lives. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do. As soon as the games end, I go live and you guys get to comment as it's a fun interactive segment. And I'm looking at more of those for the entire regular season. And that's it for me. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all again.
Well, I'm gonna see if Amateur Sports Hour had comment on this as well, because like they was downplaying Milwaukee in the Bucks as well, and it's just like you just want to say like I told you so, and some people didn't want to listen, but that's all. So that's how I feel about that. But anyways, like the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, try and get to 200 by the end of the year at least. And thank y'all for watching. Until the next video.